Hello everybody and welcome to another video on the EBL channel. It's me, Pokepidge, your new favourite idiot. And it is the very first predictions I'm doing on this channel. So I'm just going to cut straight to it and we're just going to talk about some of the battles that are coming up for week 2 of EBL. And we're going to go through who I think possibly could go away with the victory. We'll see. Be sure to sub to all the coaches, obviously, that are battling. Make sure you sub to this channel as well because we do post some fantastic content on here. But yeah, with that, let's go to week 1. And we have Detroit Luxray versus Carolina Garchomps as our very first choice. For me, Newty has absolutely improved from last season. He's done fantastically well. If you go and watch the battle with him and San Antonio Espers from this season, it was fantastic to watch. He played really well. He made some great decisions. Yes, you can Dynamax. And I do think the series has been doing where he's been doing Wi-Fi battles on Scarlet and Violet has helped him out a hell of a lot. It wasn't bad before by any means, but he really has come a long way, and he's now something of a threat within EBL, as is every coach this season. If you're not aware, there's no rookie coaches, so everyone's got some EBL experience, and also less teams means sort of a few filtered out weaker Pokemon, so pretty much everyone's team is quite difficult. But saying that, obviously we have the Detroit Luxray, who also won in their first week battle against myself. Fantastic showing from Max. He really does just improve season on season on season. He is brilliant, yeah. So it's going to be a very tough battle for both teams, but purely because Matt beat me, I'm going to go for Carolina Garchomps coming away for the victory on this one. It's going to be a close one, as is every battle, pretty much. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for the Carolina Garchomps getting the W because Max beat me. And that brings us on to battle number 2 that we're going to be talking about. Essex Espeons taking on the New York Metas. Now, obviously, I'm coach of the Essex Espeons and we had an L in our week 1 battle. New York Metas came away with a victory against Texas Tyranitar. So we have got a loser versus a winner so far. This is going to be an easy one for me to predict, to be honest. I think New York Metas are going to come away with the win here. I can't go into too much detail as to why I think that. I'm going to go into some detail, but not too much. But yeah, pretty much, if you look at the teams facing up against each other, you look at the teams. There's obviously one better. The matchups there are just too one-sided. Obviously, I don't really have any competitive battling experience except here, which I've been taking, fairly casually. So I would say that all of that means that it's going to be a fairly comfortable victory for the New York Metas, maybe even the first sweep of Season 6. It's capable with it with the Zacian, so we'll see. How am I going to handle that? Absolutely no idea so far. I have no plans. But either way, that takes us on to the 3rd battle of the week, and that is the Texas Tyranitar taking on the Florida Rowlets. Now, this is the Doorman and Mike the Quick. This is a difficult one, to be honest. This is quite a difficult one. Mike had a very impressive display last week against the Snowdonian Frostmoths. He did very well. He made some good choices. Alan, even though he took the loss against the New York Metas, he is still a very impressive battler. He's got better every single season, so this season is going to be better than the last one, and last season he was still pretty good too. Even managed to win the Little Cup in between Season 5 and 6, so you cannot write him off even though he's lost a battle. And obviously Mike the Quick he had a fantastic start to last season. Obviously week 1 he beat me, and I'm pretty sure he started strongly, and looks like he's doing the same here, so you cannot write him off. I'd say last season it was probably more easier to call. I would say the TTs, Texas Tyranitar, seem to do a bit better with it, but now this season it is difficult. So I've been umming and ahhing over this one, but I am going to go for the Texas Tyranitar on this one. But if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong on that one. I'm happy to be proved wrong on this because it could go either way. It just depends on who makes the correct decisions in battle. I think they'll both prep a good amount. There'll be some good prepping. They'll know what to do. They'll both go in with a plan. It's just how each person is going to execute the plan. And I just think purely based on the EBL experience, I'm just going of the Doorman. I'm going for the Texas Tyranitar to pip that one sort of little mini battle within the battle, pretty much. And that will take us on to week for San Antonio Spurs versus the Walton Wingulls. Now, these are two losing teams from week 1. But last season, San Antonio Spurs on the regular season went 5-0, and Walton Wingulls went 0-5. So if you're looking at it compared to this season, it's quite difficult to choose. If you look at it compared to last season, it's almost, it goes one way. But if you watch the way that the Walton Wingulls battled last week in week 1, you could see that they've definitely improved. It's the first half of that battle was exceptionally impressive. Nate did a very good job in executing a plan he had, especially with that cliff key. He did brilliantly. And if he can try and think of another battle plan and try and execute it again, hopefully he'll get a little bit of luck. I've been talking with him on a personal level, and I know he's said that, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but I know he said on a personal level, like, he didn't put as much effort into prepping last week as he normally would do. He's trying to just be a bit more relaxed with it this season, rather than really going in for a plan. And then, obviously, stuff happens. And, yeah, so this season, he is just chilled. He's relaxed, he's laid back with it, he's looking into some possibilities, he's doing this, and he said he's finding it much more enjoyable doing it that way. And you can tell, because I think he really did well last week. Obviously, as for Sly, he did continue an impressive showing, even though he got the loss. But he did show that he's still very strong. Last season's finalist, for example, the runner-up. So he's always going to be difficult to beat. If you just go into last season's record, that's what's going to sway the decision for me on my prediction. So I am going to go for the San Antonio Spurs on this. But I don't think it's going to be as easy as, for example, last season's record shows. I really don't. I really think this is going to be a lot closer than anyone's going to give it credit for, including Nate himself. Mewtwo is an absolute beast, and if you can get that dub wall working well, like he did in week 1, it can be trouble. So the Walton Wingulls can definitely still cause an upset. They can still come away with the win. But I'm gonna say San Antonio Spurs just pip it because of how they did last season. They've shown they can be impressive, and that's pretty much it. Moving on to the final game. The final game, the one that I have found most difficult to try and predict. I don't want to do it. So that's it. End of video. Thank you, everyone. Obviously, Jakey has already said this before, but he had some sort of time restraints and issues picking his team for week 1. It didn't really have too much time to prep for it. I remember getting a couple of DMs off him near at the time, basically like an hour before he was going to battle, asking if I had a certain sort of Pokemon and things like that, and it's, so he was a bit rushed with it. Still managed to do okay. So we haven't, in Season 6 with this new team, we haven't seen the Snowdonian Frostmoths at full strength. But I can tell you firsthand, Jakey has been prepping a bit more for this battle. He is a bit more, he's a lot more ready for it. He's a lot more ready for what's going to be coming. So we are finally going to see the Snowdonian Frostmoths fully prepared at full strength, and hopefully the plan they've got will pull themselves through to get a W. However, Timmy obviously won last week. Had a very strong showing against the Walton Wingulls. He's got his week 2, second Brit he's going to be facing this season. I know he's going to... This is a tough one. It really is. Timmy's team is exceptionally strong. He battled very well last week. Well, and last season, but and also last week. The way I'm going to sway this decision is pretty much based on that. The fact that we haven't seen Snowdonian Frostmoths at full strength just yet, but we have seen DC Starmies at full strength, or at least enough strength to prove that they're a threat. They've got a very difficult team, so that is where I'm going to sway my prediction, to be honest. I'm going to think DC Starmies, on the showing we've seen so far, are the favourites for this, and I'm just going to predict the favourite on this because it's the easiest thing to do. But this is another one of those battles where I am happy for my prediction to be proved wrong again. Not because I want, wanting to win over the other. The same with like the T-Tar and the Frost, the Florida Rowlet. I'm just happy to be proved wrong if a battle is close. So please give us a close battle, Timmy and Jakey. That's pretty much all we request. And the same for the Texas T-Tar Florida Rowlets. Give us a quick close battle there. But it's going as this season progresses, it's clear that all the coaches have got enough experience that mistakes are few and far between, which makes the battles that lot more closer. So tiny little decisions tend to dictate who wins and who loses. And I think generally I've picked coaches that have got a bit more experience, I think, yeah. So that's, yeah, I'm going to lock in all of those. They're the ones I think. But either way, thank you for watching this video, everybody. Do subscribe to the channel, like I said before, the EBL channel. We post loads of stuff. Go find all the coaches, subscribe to them too, and pick a favourite team. Why the hell not? But that's it from me. I shall see you again soon, and I'm going to go shut up. Bye.